also use hashtag YSK20. All right, you can even just hop on your seat a little bit, because we're about to hop up. Okay. For it. Dare to whisper. Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen? All right, a little louder, a little louder, a little louder. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ask that we kindly rise to our feet to acknowledge the presence of our chief guest and the delegation coming in. Let's give them a round of applause as he walks in. Our chief guest has arrived with a delegation of speakers. Fantastic. Keep it going. Round of applause until everybody is at their place. Excellent work. Excellent work. Thank you so much, Vice Chancellor.
President and his government, the Head of Public Service.
Head of Public Service, Mr. Felix Koskei, EGH. Your Excellency, Rotemo Michieka, Chairperson of the National Research Fund, Professor Dixon Ndala, CEO of the National Research Fund, the NRF Board, leaders of various state agencies, vice chancellors of our great education and higher education institutes, YSK, Young Scientist Kenya National Director, partners, sponsors, members of academia, university students, our young scientists present, researchers, one and all, young and old. Welcome to the inaugural Kenya National Research Festival 2024. Can we have another round of applause for all our guests and for all of yourselves for waiting for them? Another round of applause. Before I go any further, our chief guests and all our delegates in front, we have to admit we really rehearsed the round of applause. So if at any point when you come to speak and you feel it's not at this energy, just remind the audience that we've practiced this and that we need to be loud for all of you. Thank you very much. My name is Karaganya Momlole, and I'm going to be taking you through this opening ceremony. I'll be here again for the next few days. And what are we here to talk about? The National Research Fund is mandated to mobilize, allocate, and manage financial resources to facilitate research for the advancement of science, technology, and innovation. Young Scientist Kenya is a not-for-profit organization whose mission is to inspire and empower the next generation of young science research community and stakeholders of all ages. A very deliberate effort was made to ensure that we have current, senior, professional, and experienced researchers also working together with the next generation, university students and high school students, to ensure that we have a continuous, sustainable pipeline of excellent research happening in Kenya. Of course, this would not be possible without sponsors and intelligent technologies, Riara University, jet flame ambulances, and of course, the Kenya National Qualifications Authority. He has a PhD in materials chemistry, so he's also very, very deep in the STEM field. And he's going to come, give us a few welcoming remarks, and also invite our next speaker, the chair of the NRF board. Ladies and gentlemen, with a round of applause that is even louder than the one that we practiced, put your hands together for Professor Dixon Ndala. Until he gets here, let's...
The British High Commissioner to Kenya, and the Ambassador to the Republic of Ireland, as well as our Principal Secretaries present, both for State Department for Higher Education, then to invite the PS to invite the Head of Public Service. I'll only say one or two sentences, two paragraphs. The Kenya National Research Festival brings together students, teachers, parents, young scientists, researchers, universities, research institutions, and both development partners and the private sector. And this gathering here today comprises partnership. Just to mention, the climax of the research festival shall involve awarding what we are calling the National Outstanding Research Awards to outstanding researchers.
To support it. but also the energy and passion and innovation policy. A few years ago, producing
He was excited at our research outputs that are here and represented by the various universities and research institutions present. I'll now welcome my chair, who will in turn speak, and welcome the High Commissioner to Ireland to be able to address us. Then thereafter, welcome our PS once she's in. Thanks. Yeah.
Mr. Felix Koskei, Chief of Staff and Head of the Public Service, the Principal Secretary in the Ministry of Higher Education, my PS just walked out, several Principal Secretaries who are here, Mhuana and the Ray, please stand firm, and you are all recognized in the presence of our chief guest who is here. I really don't want to make a long speech today. Sir, recognize the youth who are here and really are the ones to carry on what we do when we retire in science, technology, and research. We know what the country needs. You gave us a short brief, really, on what we must do, promote what we do, get it out to the public, and get that translate into the livelihoods of the Kenyans who are here. As the chairperson of National Research Fund, thank you, the government, for supporting us. Sir, that really is the trend National Research Fund wants, and I think we know where the problems are. We want to sell material to the youth. It is your time to build up a continuum, a system that does not break, and whatever you like, do it to the best of your limit. With those remarks, sir, I like to stop here and as the chairman of National Research Council, thank the universities, vice chancellors, both private and public, for being with us in the trip that we are going through. British High Commission, thank you, he left, but I know their staff here will tell him that. I think with those few remarks, allow me to call the young scientist chairperson, Ben Roberts, first, I think, to speak, and then from there we follow. Please, if you don't mind, just come up. And let me come.
Thank you, Chairman. Welcome, everybody. My name is Ben Roberts. I'm chair of Young Scientists Kenya. I'd like to acknowledge the chief guest, the head of public service, Mr. Felix Koskei, British High Commissioner, His Excellency Neil Wigan, OBE, Ireland's Deputy Ambassador to Ireland, Evelyn Maris, the Principal Secretary of State Department of Higher Education, Beatrice Muganda, the Principal Secretary of State Department for Industry, Dr. Juma Mukwana, and representatives from other state departments in 2024. But for us, it's the Young Scientists Kenya has a mission of inspiring, informing, and empowering the next generation of young scientists, innovators, and entrepreneurs to transform their communities using STEM to innovate. And it's very much in line with the Research Festival's theme of research partnerships and collaboration, innovative things. But even in campus, I'm still seeing lots of the Young Scientists Kenya graduands. I'm seeing they're starting their own companies. I see them at hackathons. I see them pitching their ideas. So they're already in campus, getting onto innovating before they've even finished their learning experience. Through our Leave No Learner Behind campaign, Young Scientists Kenya has worked to ensure that projects come from all over the country. We outreach all over the country. And last year's winners were from Turkana. So it's showing that really, the outreach is getting out there to get the message. This year, I can proudly say that we have projects from 47 counties, which is a target we set ourselves in 2018. We achieved it in 2019, then there was a pandemic. So this year, we're back with 40 young scientists, a way to present their research, to present at this prestigious research festival, their ideas as well, and mix with the type of people they'll be working with and working for, as they go into industry. They'll draw inspirations from seeing what other research is being committed to providing channels for STEM career pathways for early learners. So we're leading into scholarships as well from the projects and innovations developed by our young scientists at this exhibition. I hope you enjoy and have a great experience. My last task is to invite the main partner for YSK is the Embassy of Ireland.
A warm welcome. Thank you. The chief guest, Head of Public Service, Mr. Felix Koske, the British High Commissioner, His Excellency Neil Wigan, the OBE, Principal Secretary, State Department for Higher Education and Research, Dr. Lickett. Thank you. So Ireland is part of both the academic and the political calendar. It is always so impressive to see so many inspiring young scientists coming together to look at innovation and solutions for our future. Participating in young science events takes science and STEM beyond the textbooks and the classrooms, as we all know. And it's therefore important that we recognise the need to increase broader participation in STEM for all backgrounds, abilities and gender, with a particular focus on increasing participation in STEM for females. We recognise the importance of bridging the digital divide of technologies. For us all to succeed, we must empower the next generation to create and to innovate. And this is the mandate of the Young Scientists Kenya, and it is why Ireland is so committed to continuing supporting it. I want to wish you all every success over the next 2 days, but I also want to encourage everybody in the room to please go into the exhibition hall and be inspired. It is really, truly a touching moment for me in my 3 weeks of being here to be able to see so many of you and engage with so many of you. So, asante.
So, a YSK alumni was winner in 2000 for higher education, and let's give him a round of applause. He's already here. Karibu, Prof.